Welcome folks to Baldur's Gate the Enhanced Edition as requested by one person in the survey, which was the only one who actually replied. We're gonna play Baldur's Gate. I played Baldur's Gate the Classic Edition on my Retro Let's Play channel. If you wanna check that out, the link is on the main page of my channel. You can go into that. It's the latest Let's Play basically, aside from Warlords. But yeah, it's completed. It's like I don't know, 70 episodes, 80 episodes. We've played with a good mage thief. So in this game, shall we go ahead and play as a evil dude? Yes, of course we're gonna do that. So we're gonna play with this face. It looks very badass. We're gonna be playing as a human because why not? We're gonna be playing as a paladin, but of course we're gonna be playing as a Blackguard. The Blackguard epitomizes evil and is nothing short of a mortal fiend. The quintessential Black Knight, this villain carries a reputation of the foulest sort that is very well deserved. Consorting with demons and devils serving dark deities, the Blackguard is hated and feared by all. Some people call these villains hentai paladins due to their completely evil nature. Advantages: immune to level drain and fear. Now this is huge, the fear part. Level drain, I don't think there is a single enemy that can level drain you in Baldur's Gate 1, perhaps in Baldur's Gate 2. Well, actually, we might run into some undead. Yeah, well, we'll see about that. May turn undead as a paladin of the same level, which is, I mean, okay. Paladins were never good at turning undeads. May use the Absorb Health ability once per day. Absorb Health deals 2 points of damage per level to an enemy, healing the Blackguard the same number of hit points. This could be good. It's a very self-centered build. May use the Poison Weapon ability once per day, gains 1 use at level 1, 1 use at level 5, and an additional use every 5 levels thereafter. The Poison Weapon is this. Each successful hit within the next 5 rounds will inject poison into the target. Each target can only be affected once per round. The amount of poison of damage depends on the character level. At first level, we're gonna deal 1 poison damage per second for 6 seconds, so that is 6 points of damage, unless save versus death at +1. That negates the damage. At 5th level, we're gonna be doing 12 damage. At 9th level, 18 damage, and so forth. We may use at 3rd level the Aura of Despair ability once per day. Aura of Despair. When this ability is activated, all enemies within 15 feet of the Blackguard suffer ill effect based on the Blackguard's level. At 3rd level, all enemies suffer a -1 penalty to hit, damage, and armor class. So that is a good stuff. This is a big debuff. And it scales with the level up to level 20. The disadvantages are the alignment restricted to evil. We may not cast Detect Evil. Why would we need that? We are evil. We may not cast protection from evil. Can you please? Okay. As an innate ability, and we may not use the Lay on Hands ability because of course we have the Absorb Health. With that being said, alignment can only be lawful, neutral. Let's go with neutral, evil. Abilities. Now, this is where the Paladin has issues as a class, not just the Blackguard. Basically, we need all the stats except intelligence. That's a big issue. What we're gonna do, we're gonna try to roll for a high number of total. It doesn't matter because as a paladin we need lots of this. If I were playing a fighter, I wouldn't care about these 3 stats over here. I would just pump dexterity, strength, and constitution. Okay, are you actually good? Why charisma is 14? I thought the paladin had 17 minimum requirement for charisma. Yeah, well, 1803 can go away. 1800? Bro, this is... Yeah, but we suck at everything else. So, as much as I would like to keep that, sadly, what can you do? This is 18... Okay, this is not bad. Yeah, but we don't have the stats. Like, as you can see... Yeah... Not the greatest. We have a constitution of 17. We don't have the stats for this. We need to go really high with the stats. Like 8 or less. Okay, we cannot use scrolls and we are illiterate. Yeah, we need a big number here if we want to roll a paladin, unless we want to really gimp ourselves. Like this one. Okay. I don't think I need like that much wisdom. Alright, now this is a problem. Because, well, let us just say that even with this one, we have some problems, as you can see. Charisma is 15. This is important for paladins. Now, the problem is... I don't think a paladin benefits from wisdom. Like, we could do this. But 1833, we're gonna store this. I'm gonna reroll and hopefully find something better. Maybe we can go for 91. Who knows? Character generation can be quite a lengthy process. But honestly, if we can make a good character, we should probably make a good character. The thing is, I don't want to be illiterate. So I'm not gonna bring intelligence down too much. That's gonna be a problem. 95? Bro, this is nuts. Strength is not good. But, guys, this is a good one. 1804 is nothing to write home about. But we basically have 18 dexterity, 18 constitution, 14 wisdom, and 18 charisma. Now, this is good. Let's store this one. But 1804 can be a problem, so we might want to check a little bit more. Before we accept that. We may want to look for another 95, perhaps. Why is strength that important? Because the other characters are just bad. So what you find is really something that is badly built. Real badly built. I don't think this is interesting. I mean, I can go as low as that. I think we can get this one. Doesn't matter much between that. We need to go above 1850 because that's where you start getting bonuses in Dungeons and Dragons. So yeah, we need high bonuses here. Or we can go with that. It is a possibility. A lot of the time you spend in this screen is trying to roll for the best stats possible, because that's the min-max player. And there's no point in role-playing. This is a video game. Role-playing is not supported, because unless a game goes, you know, fully role-play and open world, you know, this is Dungeons and Dragons without a real dungeon master. This is Dungeons and Dragons with a dungeon master that doesn't care about you. First and foremost, oh, that is also good. That is also good. The reason we need dexterity. Okay, this is good. This is good. However, we're lacking a little bit on the charisma department. That's the problem. 87, 87, again. It is what it is. We're gonna get that eventually, because once you commit, then we're gonna have to play the whole game with what we have. That's why character creation is so important. It's the foundation upon which you will either enjoy your playthrough or be frustrated and reload a lot. So let's make sure we are not gonna be frustrated, because I'm easy to frustrate in these games, especially this one. So we're gonna try. Obviously the 95 is such a good roll that it may not be beatable. 89, like 89 we could have checked for the strength. And in here we have body. Now let me tell you, at this, yeah, this may be a problem though, because 1891 is not bad, but we are lacking everything else. See, that's why it's important to roll good stats. We're only gonna do it once. We don't need many humongous stats, but we need all of them. We know for sure we need strength, dexterity, and constitution, being a frontline melee class. But we also need wisdom and charisma. I don't know if we need wisdom though. I'm gonna go and assume that we need wisdom for resistances. Now, this is a good roll. Oh, this actually might be better than... yeah, we need this. We can go with this. Actually, let's go with 18 charisma and wisdom here. We can... You know what? We can give up 2 points of charisma and get 1 point of wisdom. This could be good. This could be good. 1896. We're gonna store this. Actually, we're gonna play with this one. This is good. Now, skills. What do you want? The difference between this one and the classic version is that the classic version actually grouped weapons in a more fun way. Because if I pick a longsword, then I will be stuck using longsword forever and ever. You know? In Baldur's Gate, the classic edition, you can pick large weapons, and those large weapons will include the longsword, the bastard sword, the two-handed sword, so you can switch these weapons around and have fun with them. You know, fun? That thing? Yeah. I know, crazy. Now what I want to do though is... I'm thinking two-handed sword. What is it gonna give me? Aside from humongous amounts of damage. +1 to hit, 2 damage for warrior, and an extra half attack per round with selected weapon. We can increase it to master to gain more damage and another extra attack, bringing us to 1 extra bonus attack to high master, and then we can finally increase it to grandmaster, which is gonna give us an extra attack per round. That is a lot. -3 to speed factor, so this is gonna give me a lot. There are a lot of things here. Now, specialization. The character can use the weapon with no penalties. If you don't have this, you won't be able to use the weapon. On top of that, as you can see, there are a lot of weapons. We can also choose the weapon style, the weapon combat style. We can go with a single weapon, and this is the fighting style is for characters who do not wish to use a shield but want some bonus when using a one-handed melee weapon. This is probably something for like thieves. Something like that. The wielder gets a -1 bonus to armor class and inflicts critical damage on an attack roll of 19 and 20. Okay, you don't get too much with this one. With this one, we get a +1 to bonus damage rolls, a -2 to speed, and score critical hits on a 19-20 when using two-handed weapons. The wielder gets a bonus to speed factor, which is basically initiative in this game. Okay, this is not bad, but do we want to limit ourselves to the two-handed sword? For instance, because I can get like, okay, this one is gonna be the same probably. Yeah, this is gonna be the same for everything. So it's basically +3 to hit, +5 damage, the same. Nothing changes. Alright, it's the same for every weapon. It's always a +3 to hit, a +5 damage. So the question is, what weapons can we find that we can use with the character? Now, a two-handed weapon. I know for sure we're gonna find the Sword of Freedom of Movement. That is a two-handed sword. So we might actually want to play with this one. The problem with that is that there are no +1 two-handed swords as far as I understand. So we will be stuck using a common two-handed sword for a long time. Unless I go through, you know, a little bit of the game and we start getting into the Cloakwood. So a two-handed sword might be a good investment. Now I would say, given the fact that we have no further specializations here, one slot in this is gonna be more than enough. I don't care about initiative. Alright, it's just a -2 bonus the speed factor. I do not know why this thing did not... Can you please? Thank you. I don't know why it was still going. My air conditioning. So we're gonna get one of those, so we can get a +1 bonus damage to... 1 bonus to damage rolls and a -2 to combat initiative. And the ability to crit. This is very important. The ability to crit on a 19 and 20 instead of a 20. So we have 1 point that we can spend somewhere else. Now we can go with a sword and shield, which may be interesting, or we can be proficient in something else. Now, I will say that maybe a longbow could be an interesting proposition, because we can stay away from the enemy and we can fire from a distance. I think this could be a very interesting thing to get, as it allows us to basically maintain distance if we want to go long distance. There is also the crossbow. The character receives nothing because we're gonna just take this. We can choose between the crossbow. Please tell me there is no heavy crossbow. Okay, that's good. Okay, so we can choose whether we want the crossbow or the longbow. The longbow, if the rules are the same to the classic, can dent 2 arrows per round. That means we're gonna fire 2 times for the entirety of the game with a longbow or a short bow. The crossbow, given its nature, can only shoot once per round, but I think there is a crossbow later down the line that is very powerful, but I don't think I'm gonna use it. Nah. I'm gonna get proficiency with longbow, and then we're gonna go all the way with 200 swords. I think that's the best way to go. So let's be done with it. Appearance is fine. Yeah, sure. Gonna be boring.
Let's give them a right thrashing.
Get over here.
Ooh.
Right then, I'm in charge. That's about enough. For one day, you don't want my hands getting idle. I could use a little patching up. Spit it out. You
Ooh.
rang. Go on then.
This is amazing. I'm gonna keep this voice. What's gonna be our name? Our name is gonna be evil, so Kador is gonna be our name. Now, the canon adventurer here is a mercenary fighter named Adbel or Abdel, one of the two. I don't remember the other name, but that's canon from the literature. We don't really care about canon in here. We can create a party if we want. I mean, we could go through Baldur's Gate, but I feel like the characters add a little bit more spice to the game. So let's accept that, and yeah, we're gonna be playing. No, we're not gonna play on normal. Why would I play on normal while enemies deal 25 less damage? And party members cannot permanently die. Nah. We're gonna be playing with the core rules. Now we could play with insane, but all it does is just enemies inflict 100% more damage. It's just gonna make it more frustrating to play. I don't see the point of this difficulty. So we're gonna play on core rules. Pure, raw, unadulterated, dice-loaded things. Venture forth.
Nestled atop the cliffs that rise from the Sword Coast, the citadel of Candlekeep houses the finest and most comprehensive collection of writings on the face of Faerun. It is an imposing fortress, kept in strict isolation from the intrigues that occasionally plague the rest of the Forgotten Realms. It is secluded, highly regimented, and it is home. Within these hallowed halls of knowledge, your story begins. You have spent most of your 20 years of life within this keep's austere walls, under the tutelage of the sage Gorion. Acting as your father, he has raised you on 1,000 tales of heroes and monsters, lovers and infidels, battles and tragedies. However, one story was always left untold, that of your true heritage. You have been told that you are an orphan, but your past is largely unknown. Lately, Gorion has been growing distant from you, as if some grave matter weighs heavily on his heart. You have asked about his concerns as gently as possible, but your queries have been in vain. Your sole comfort is the knowledge that he is a wise man, and you know he will tell you when the time is right. Nonetheless, his silence is troubling, and you cannot help but feel that something is terribly wrong. Today, Gorion has appeared more agitated than ever, and now he has uncharacteristically interrupted your chores in the middle of the day. Imparting hurried instructions for you to equip yourself for travel, he has handed you what gold he can spare, but given no clue as to why. Nevertheless, you now stand before the Candlekeep Inn, ready to purchase what you need for an unplanned and unexpected journey.
Yay! So this is chapter 1, or the prologue actually. Okay, here we are. We gain 110 gold, which is absolutely appalling, but it is what it is. We have very little in the way of money. I shouldn't worry too much about this one. I don't think we're gonna find a weapon suitable for Kador, so but that's something I will concern myself in the next episode because I don't want to mix things. I want to do something like many a true nerd does. I'm gonna take a quest and we're gonna do that. So let's say I want to travel to the friendly Armin to meet Khalid and Jahira. We're gonna do that and avoid everything else. Alright, if someone talks to us, we can take quests, but I'm gonna keep it like that because otherwise it's gonna be a very boring playthrough. But basically it's confusion all over the place. Oh, go here, do this, do that, do that. Okay. If there are very short quests, I can merge them together in one area, consolidate them because there's no point in releasing a 5 minute episode. But for what it's worth, I'm gonna try to not bore you with random ass play stuff that you can do too. So we're gonna be saving. There's a lot of saves. Make a new save. Call it LP1 or character creation. LP start is fine. Alright? Let's save like that. And I'll see you in the next episode. Oh, I'm very small now. Let's zoom in and left. Okay. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.